You have a voice as an artist. It's just getting your own confidence.
The best and easiest way to become successful is to learn as much as you possibly can. You need to be constantly learning and growing in whatever field it is that you want, because you need to know as much information and intel that you can possibly gather in order to become successful. Because if you don't know what you're doing or you don't know how to do it, then you're not going to become successful. If you're waiting for somebody to spoon feed it to you, that's not going to happen. You need to get up and go find ways to become successful. You need to read books, watch videos, get in contact with people who are in the same field and just ask them questions.
I'd been living in New York, I guess, a year and a half or something, and I was just broke. I'd lost my job bussing tables.
You need to completely disregard what other people think about you, because that's going to inhibit your growth in becoming successful. People are going to be like, why are you reading, or why are you watching these stupid videos? It doesn't matter, because you know deep down in your heart of hearts that you are going to be successful. And the best way to do that is by learning. And a huge help for that is by learning from your mistakes as well as others. Every time you fail, it should be a learning lesson. You shouldn't be upset or depressed or anything like that about it. You should be excited that you failed, because you learned something. You have a great opportunity to recover and discover something new. But other people have done that as well, and you can take a look at their failures, look at what they did and how they failed and how they came back, and to see how that will help you in your area of expertise will be extremely beneficial, because so many people learn from failures, yet a lot of people don't understand why, and that's what you need to go out and do.
Of course, once you have that label, you believe it is hopeless and nothing can be done.
You know, I am who I am. I'm constantly looking at life every day and people. So it is my point of view, but from that character. I'm discovering this character. How does he feel about things? It's my instincts, but I don't personally kind of re-stimulate painful experiences. I have found personally that it's made it difficult for me to not be there in the moment for myself. That the availability of emotion is greater for me when I've created it. I am the character, and I'm there in the moment, and whatever happens, happens. It's more available every take after take after take, you know, and that's what works for me, the power of my own imagination and my own ability to believe. And I create everything to get myself to the point where I am that character, and I don't invalidate whatever choice or impulse that I have on a scene, whatever it is. I'm tired. Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, I never thought it's kind of this thing I've never thought of this point of view, but I'm going to just go with it and see what happens. And then from that comes energy, from that, because you're creating it.
So one day, I went and had a lesson. And after one day, I gave it up. I couldn't do it. I thought, I'm dyslexic. You know, damn this dyslexia. I've got to figure this out. I tried everything. Different tutor groups, different speed reading courses. I hired people to come in and read with me. But shortly after that, I discovered the study technology. Now, I am a licensed pilot. I have my own film company. I own and run 3 companies. And I continue to act in movies in addition to all that. And I learn every single day. Because of what the study tech did for me, I started helping others. Now my mission is to make study technology available for everyone who wants to reach for any group, any person, any teacher, any mentor, any parent, every child, anyone. Because there are solutions outside of frustration, anger, or just take a pill. Education is the key.
You know, he's a guy who's a world creator, a true visionary. And what I mean by that is you just look at the example. I mean, when I went and I saw in post some stuff on Tron, and he shared with me the story that his next film. And I think when the audience sees the story, you know, it just has amazing twists all the way up until the final frame. And then he took me through the world that he was going to create. The trick was actually finding Crater Lake was very challenging. Finding that location, something that is so picturesque and inviting. But the design of, you look at the wardrobe, the drones, the house, the bubble ship, all of that design was stuff that Joe came with early on. And it was pretty exciting, because we built the bubble ship, and some of the greatest car designers in the world actually came together to build this. So when the day that it showed up on set, we'd been waiting a long time, and Joe and I think we were like little kids getting in that bubble ship, feeling, this thing was like a fine piece of jewelry put together. I mean, we were worried about high levels of dehydration and going into shock. So when we were doing the fight, after every single take, they would come and unzip us, and I had massive amounts of ice packs that would come in to try to bring our body temp. I think of those people there on opening weekend, and I want to thrill them. I want them to have the greatest time. You know, whatever it's like, if I'm making them sit on the edge of their seat or whatever it is, whatever film that I'm making, I can't do anything halfway. I feel, I truly, like in my core of that, it's a privilege what I get to do. I love making movies, and because I love watching movies and to be able to entertain people, and that's what I think about. That's what I think about. When I'm hanging from that helicopter and it's freezing weather and I've got to let go of that rope, you know, it's exhilarating. I enjoy it. You know, don't get me wrong. It's something that it's also can be quite, you know, it's an adrenaline rush. It's nerve-wracking at times, very and stressful. But I am thinking about that audience. I'm thinking about that shot and thinking about what it's going to be like on the big screen for them. And that's what I want. And when I make a film, I'm not thinking about movies in terms of opening weekend, or that I'm trying to make it in a classic manner, or give it the highest level of quality, that it's something that could be looked at hopefully 5 or 10 years from now. You know, that, you know, those movies that you and I look at that were made before, that we can't help ourselves.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you thought down below.